right, I think we're good to go for our second show of this channel. All right, well, thank you everyone for that will be joining me soon one day. Just a little update from my last video. I think I didn't check it the last few days, but I think I ended up with 4 viewers, and 2 of those were me. One making sure it was working, and one to watch it back after to see what I did, see what I could do to improve, things like that. And so a few things, just to start with, things that are in the works. I know my lighting needs to get better. So I'm gonna get like either a ring light or some of those like streaming lights that I can set up in the back to try and help with shadows, make it so I don't look like I'm in a cave. I realized watching back my YouTube video that I need better camera quality. So I'm using my wife's nice Nikon camera, but I think I need a better lens. I need to mess with the settings. And so I tried messing with the settings a little bit. And I also think I figured out the camera turning off issue. So I adjusted those settings, and we will see if it turns off or not. And if it does, I'll have to do a little more digging there. But I've been doing more research, how to improve my lighting, how to improve my camera, things like that. So hopefully I can get that for you guys. So my quality looks even better. Hopefully the content is what keeps you here. But I know it's just simple YouTube stuff that if you click on a stream and the camera looks nice and crisp and the audio sounds good, you're much more likely to stay than right now where it looks like I'm sitting in a cave with some blurry video. And I mean, at the same time, when I look at myself on the screen, my video doesn't look too blurry. So I'm gonna figure that out. It's all just a learning curve for me. So yeah, that's kind of the plan moving forward. Get some better lighting, better camera quality. I think I might have to get like a streaming software thing to be able to plug in a HDMI cable instead of a USB cable into my camera. So we're working on that. We're getting there. And then hopefully the quality can get even better for you guys. Another thing I noticed is I moved back and forth to the microphone on the last episode. And I think it sounded better the closer I was to the microphone. So actually, I just realized there's a little slider right here that maybe I can turn that up. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now it's gonna capture my voice further away better, I think. So I'm gonna try holding it down here again for this episode. I was gonna try holding it up like you saw me, to see how that sounded for this episode, but we'll just see how this goes for now. Okay, so yeah, that's just kind of the plan moving forward. Like I said, I think I got a viewer or 2 somehow out there. Maybe it was my wife seeing what it looked like, but I don't know for sure. I haven't talked to her to see if she watched the episode. So if someone did tune in to watch the episode, I thank you for that support. Just a reminder to like, comment, subscribe, follow along the channel, and we'll grow and we'll see where we can get. So today might be a little bit of a shorter one. Not a lot going on in the sports world the last few days. NHL's getting ready for All-Star break. I'm going to try and dive into talking a little bit about the NHL, but we'll see. I want to be more entertaining as well. I don't know. I don't want to just sit here and talk into a microphone, I don't know how many people want to just hear analysis of things, but I want to make it more entertaining. So if anyone watches this video and has any ideas, please let me know on things I can do to be more entertaining. I do want to start another YouTube channel with my brother, so we can kind of go back and forth, debate. And there goes the camera. So apparently I didn't fix that issue, but happy to fix it for this episode. All right, we're back. Okay, I looked up a YouTube video on how to fix that, and I thought I did it, so I'll have to look more into that. But anyway, yeah, sports. I guess we'll start with that. I had the Super Bowl matchup brought up first on the title, but we'll go to the NBA because last night I watched a little bit of the 76ers Warriors game. To be fully transparent, I don't get super big into basketball until after football season's over. I'm a football fan first and foremost. I love it. I watch it as much as I can. And so it's hard for me to really dive into the NBA and NCAA for that. I love watching college basketball as well and college football. But so it's hard for me to really dive into those until football's over, because Sundays all day football, Monday night football, Thursday night football. When the playoffs come, you got Saturdays. We had a bunch of Friday games this year, I feel like. So there's a lot of football to watch there, and I'm so invested in that and seeing what's going on, watching the different teams, watching the different players, following the standings, that it's hard for me to really get into basketball. And I mean, on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, if it's a game that I think will be entertaining, I'll watch it. And even if I'm just bored and it's the Pistons and Rockets, I'll watch it, just to give me some entertainment. And I still enjoy it. I like watching basketball, even if it's not my team or the players I like. It's still fun to watch. Gives you something to do. So the NBA season so far, just some hot topics I thought of talking about. Just watching the Warriors and 76ers last night really got me thinking about this whole 65 game cap thing they put in, where basically to be eligible for the MVP, all NBA awards, things like that, you have to play 65 games. And Joel Embiid's already, I think he can only miss 6 or 5 more games, and he won't be eligible for any of those. And he's by far the MVP front runner this year, I think. Jokic is probably second, I guess. But so if he misses, I think it's 5 more games, he doesn't get that MVP. And to me, I see what they were doing, starting that 65 game cap. They want the stars to play. There's been way too much load management, in my opinion. But at the same time, when there's actually injuries, it's hard. Joel Embiid, I don't know. He didn't play against Denver the other night in Denver, going up against Jokic. So it's a marquee matchup, and he's not playing. So I see why they implemented it for sure. But I think there needs to be something. When there's truly an injury there, they got to figure out something there to combat that, whether that's petitioning to up your games, because 3 of these games were my knee was hyperextended in Joel Embiid's case. And I'm not a big Joel Embiid fan, but I saw a lot of reports out there saying he might have just played through a little bit of an injury to make sure he doesn't hit that cap. And then I think the knee he injured was completely irrelevant, different injury than he'd been nursing before. But it makes you think, are these players going to start trying to play through injury or hurt themselves worse to try and be eligible for these extensions for these awards? Because I saw another thing. Tyrese Halliburton has a difference of, I think he can only miss 3 or 4 more games, and he's not eligible for All NBA. And if he makes an All NBA team this year, that's a difference of $52 million or so on his next contract that he could get. So that's insane, and you're hitting the pocketbooks of these guys in that case, So it is what it is. I think it'll be hard to tell until a year or two if we really know if we like it or not, because it's getting stars to play, in my opinion. But like I said, playing through injury makes it tough. And so watching this game last night, full transparency, Steph Curry is one of my favorite players. Always has been. I love the way he plays. I love the way he plays with joy. I guess some people could call that cockiness sometimes, but he's genuinely fun to watch. The Warriors are fun to watch because of him. When it comes to basketball, I don't know if I necessarily have a team. I like watching certain players. Steph Curry is my top. I like Giannis. Giannis is fun to watch. Kevin Durant, fun to watch. Booker. So when it comes to playoffs and stuff, I find myself rooting for players more than teams. And yeah, there's a lot of players out there I like to watch, but basically Curry is one of my favorites. So it was fun to watch Curry take over that game last night. Embiid didn't look very good all night, even when he started and was healthy, and he said he was healthy, so I'm not going to blame it on injury of him not looking good. He took a few days off, and so maybe he was just a little rusty, and then he did get hurt. So there's that. But Steph Curry looked great. He's looked great basically ever since he wasn't announced an all-star starter. I've noticed he's stepped his game up. So I think he took that personally, which is good to see. I mean, I think the league's in a better place when the Warriors are a better team because people like Steph Curry. Just the top selling jerseys came out just the other day, and Steph Curry was still number one. So people love him, which honestly makes you think, how is he the highest selling jersey but didn't make All-Star starter? Because a lot of that is fan vote. Maybe just kids that don't know how to vote on All-Star or whatever that may be. But so yeah, NBA. It's been kind of weird. I don't think I saw the Timberwolves being as good as they are. The Thunder are number one seed in the West still, as far as I'm aware. The Celtics are fantastic. The Bucks are looking good. That whole firing their coach was kind of weird. Hired Doc Rivers, and I don't. Doc Rivers, I feel like, is living off of his 2008 championship. I don't know. He hasn't done anything since then besides blow leads in playoff series, in my opinion. So I don't know. I didn't understand that whole thing. Maybe it's just they needed a little bit better of defense, but they got rid of Drew Holiday, and I think that hurts them more than anything. So it's hard to tell, but yeah, the Warriors not looking great, even with Chris Paul running that second unit. Lakers aren't looking great with LeBron, Anthony Davis. It's been kind of weird. Rockets are right in there with the Warriors and Lakers. Jazz are better than I thought they'd be. Lauri Markkanen's a stud, but just their roster altogether, I didn't think they'd be that great, but they're fighting for that 10, 9, 8 seed, try and get in the play-in. So... And the other thing I think I wanted to touch just a little bit about in the NBA is the amount of scoring these days, man. There's been, I think, 4 70-point games in the last year. And it's crazy. I was talking to someone just the other day about that, and how if you had guys like Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, even LeBron James, like just killers coming into the league today, I think you'd be seeing... Or I mean, Kobe Bryant, if he was coming into the league, entering his prime right now, you'd see, I feel like Kobe would average 50 a game if he wanted to, you know? Like, I just feel like defense and the rules catering to defense is allowing for these scoring eruptions. Not to say that they're not talented. Joel Embiid's very talented. Luka Doncic's very talented. Damian Lillard, very talented. Donovan Mitchell. So these guys are all studs. Don't get me wrong. I'm not downplaying them and their scoring ability. But if you ask me, Kevin Durant is arguably the greatest scorer ever. He's 7 foot. He has a shot. He can dribble. He can finish. He can dunk. He's got a layup package. Like, you can't, if he wants to get a bucket, you can't stop him. And so if he was just entering his prime now, man, I feel like he could drop 70, 80 a few times. And he's still very good and probably could drop 70 if he wanted to. But just thinking about that, you know, like if Curry was entering the league, entering his prime right now, jacking up 16 threes a game, making 12 of them, you know, I mean, that's a crazy percentage. But just a thought to throw out there, like, is it really, are these guys that talented? Which they are, they're very talented, but I think most of it is the league catering towards offense and the defensive rules and everything that's in place makes it harder for the defense to stop these guys as much, and it's just not quite as physical. But that's just my thoughts there. Yeah, NBA is fun to watch. I'll definitely be getting more into it now that we got a break for the Pro Bowl in the NFL. And Pro Bowl is whatever, in my opinion. I watch it because it's fun to watch, but it's a joke. Flag football, I don't know. We'll see where it goes. But so I'll be watching more this week, and then once the Super Bowl's over, I don't have any football to watch, so we'll turn into more NBA analysis, diving deeper into some of these games. I want to start making picks. I think that would be fun. Maybe I'll do that anyway today. Just make some picks for the games the next 2 or 3 days, and then when I get on here, we'll see how my picks did. And man, okay, let me fix this again. I swear I changed the setting to where it would stay on for 30 minutes at least, but as you can see, we're struggling. All right, so yeah, just kind of some more of what to come. And like I said, I want to come up with better ways to entertain for you guys. The more I watched myself back last time, I was like, I don't know how many people are just going to sit there and watch some guy ramble on about sports. And so I think that's where it would be fun once I have viewers to ask me questions live, man. That's what I want to turn this into, is more of a show where I get to interact with the viewers, because I don't know of anything like that really. There's all these big ESPN shows, Undisputed, First Things First, things like that, where they just kind of debate with each other, and they have scripts. That's why I want to kind of change the game here. I don't want to have a script. I want to have ideas of what to talk about. But I think I need viewers to really make that work and have questions to be asked. Because like I said, right now I'm just kind of rambling on to a camera, and I don't know how many people will stick around to watch that. So if you come across some of my videos, if you made it to this point, let me know. Comment, like, subscribe, and I will get some set schedules for you guys so we can interact. You can chat live, and if it's just me and one other person, we can have a live chat, debate, talk, whatever you want to do there. So that's kind of where I hope it leads this one day, but we'll see. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about the NFL Super Bowl matchup. Like I said, it's Kansas City Chiefs, San Francisco 49ers. Two very good teams, two very talented teams. In my opinion, the 49ers roster is stacked, probably one of the best rosters out there. And so in my opinion, that gives them a little bit of an edge. But Kansas City has a advantage in coaching, in my opinion. I do really like Andy Reid. I don't like the Chiefs, being a Broncos fan, but Andy Reid's one of my favorite coaches. So I think they have the advantage in the coaching department for sure. Kyle Shanahan's a great coach too, but Andy Reid's been there, done that, won some Super Bowls, and they got Patrick Mahomes, who can never count against. I'll make my official pick later on when it gets closer, but just initial thoughts, Kansas City's going to be tough to beat. They're always tough to beat. They're going to put up a fight. I think this will be a really close game. The 49ers have a great defense. Fred Warner is one of my favorite players in the league. They got so many pass rushers they don't know what to do with. They got Nick Bosa, Chase Young. They got Randy Gregory from the Broncos. Man, they got a slew of pass rushers there. So it's cool to see, because they can, I mean, maybe not superstars anymore, most of them. Nick Bosa probably still, but even Chase Young, I'm not entirely sure how many sacks he had since he joined the 49ers, but he's still very talented. Maybe not the player everyone thought he would be, but he's got talent there. And those linebackers, man, Greenlaw and Warner, they're a tough duo. So it's going to be fun to watch. I thought the Ravens defense would play a lot better than they did against the Chiefs in the AFC Championship. And to be fair, they did the second half. They didn't let KC score a point. So I think the 49ers are I think they're similar. They got two beasts of linebackers. So do the Ravens. The 49ers have a good secondary. Ravens had a good secondary. I think the 49ers probably have a better D-line, so that's probably going to help them there. And they're going to have to get pressure, man. That was so frustrating watching the Ravens first half. They just weren't getting pressure on Patrick Mahomes. And so he was able to just dice them up and do those slow, methodical drives like I talked about last time. So we'll see where that takes them. In terms of 49ers, their offense, I'm a Brock Purdy fan. I don't think I'd call him a game manager. I think, and I talked about this last episode too, when you put up the stats he put up, there has to be talent there. Sure, you're throwing the ball to Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, Brandon Jennings, Chris McCaffrey. So they have talent for days on the offense, and I think the Chiefs defense is in for I don't know, a long day. I think the 49ers will be successful. Hopefully, if they start off strong, I think the 49ers can impose their will, but we'll see. They got to start off strong. They're not going to be able to have a first half like they did against the Lions and come back. The Chiefs won't let that happen. So that's going to be tough for them, but I think it'll be a great game. I'm excited to watch it. Not the matchup I wanted. I would have rather seen Ravens-Lions or anyone else, basically. I just didn't want the Chiefs and the Cowboys to make it pretty much, but here we are. So Yeah, I think it's gonna be a fun game. Yeah, I really do, and so I'm excited for it. I'll dive a little bit deeper into maybe different parts of the game the next few episodes, see what comes up, see what the national media is talking about, maybe dive into some of that a little further for you guys. Um, yeah, it's I'm excited for it, but we still got what week and a half for it, so we'll get there. But yeah, I'm just kind of rambling at this point. I don't know what else to dive into too further there till we start making official picks and things. So I think that pretty much covers it for this episode. I don't want it to be too long. Like I said, once I have viewers, I'm happy to stay on for an hour and talk to viewers if I need to get everyone's questions answered and things. So I think this will be fun. I wanted to, when I came up with this idea of starting the Sports Talk show, I wanted to start talking about daily games, making picks for things and things like that. So right now, I'm probably just going to do NBA until the Super Bowl's over, and then I'll make NBA picks. I'll look more at NHL, start doing some NHL picks. I don't know a lot about a lot of the NHL teams. I know some, but I'll make picks for fun, see how things go there. So tomorrow we got 4 games. We got Lakers, Celtics, Pacers, Knicks, Cavs, Grizzlies, and 76ers, Jazz. So I'll just go quick through these. Lakers, Celtics. I'm picking the Celtics. They're a powerhouse this year, man. Jason Tatum's looking good. The Lakers, LeBron just said it the other day, and I agreed with him that any given night, I think they could beat any team in the league, and any given night, they could get blown out by any team in the league. They're a weird. I don't know why they're so inconsistent. Having LeBron James and Anthony Davis on the same team, I would think would make them an automatic contender, which does, but they got to live up to it. So I'm picking the Celtics. I don't think the Lakers are consistent enough to pull that one out against a powerhouse like the Celtics. Pacers, Knicks. I'm going to pick. This one's a little tougher. It's at the Knicks. I'm going to go Knicks. Knicks have been, I don't want to just pick all favorites here, but Knicks have been solid all year. They've been hot lately. Julius Randle might still be hurt. I'm not sure. Jalen Brunson has been fantastic. I've watched a game or two of theirs, I think. They're fun to watch. Pacers are looking good too. 6 games above 500 right now. Tyrese Halliburton is really fun to watch. He's been fun to watch grow in the league and do the things that he's been doing. They still got Miles Turner. Yeah, Jalen Brunson averaging 27 a game. I didn't even realize it was that high. Shooting 48%. So, yeah, I'm going to go Knicks there as well. Straight up. Knicks, Celtics so far. Cavs, Grizzlies. The Grizzlies just aren't very good without Ja Morant, man. So I'm going to choose the Cavs. Not much to go into there. I just don't think the Grizzlies are that good without Ja. And then 76ers, Jazz. This one, I don't know if Embiid is going to play. Let me see if it has anything. I guess I could pick tonight's games too. They're already going on though, so never mind. So yeah, we'll just stick with tomorrow's. I'm gonna assume Maxey might not play either. I don't know. I'm gonna assume Embiid isn't playing because he hyperextended his knee, so it'd probably take a few more days to rest. And I'm gonna pick the Jazz. This is my first underdog pick. I just don't think the 76ers are near the team they are without Embiid. Maxey's a stud. They're still a good team, don't get me wrong, but the Jazz are feisty. It's at Utah, so Utah has an advantage there with their home crowd. Yeah, I think I'm going to go Utah there. So overall, I'm choosing Celtics, Knicks, Cavs, Jazz. So if you want to play some bets on those are locks guaranteed from me. And yeah, I think I'm gonna call it there. I'm gonna try doing that every night I record. I'm gonna try doing every other day recording. I think unless something big happens, like if I recorded on Saturday, I'll probably record. Well, I don't know if I'll record Super Bowl Sunday or the day after. We'll see. I just can't make it a priority quite yet, where it's not making me money yet, So. And it's not all about the money. I truly enjoy this. It's fun to just sit here and air out my thoughts about sports. Like I don't get anyone. Oh, I was about to end and I lose the camera. All right, last time, I promise. All right. So yeah, I don't have anyone to talk to sports about that much. So it's been fun to kind of start this, and I'm gonna keep going with it, man. I'm gonna get a better lighting setup so it's not, you can see my light in the jersey, and so there's not quite as much shadows. I love wearing hats, so I'll probably keep wearing hats for these episodes, man. I'm not gonna wear a suit and tie. That's not me. I just want to be casual. So yeah, I'm gonna figure out the lighting. I want to get a better lens or settings for my camera to look better for you guys. I know it was small on YouTube, so, and I've already went through all this. I'm just rambling at this point. So I'm going to close it out there. Thank you guys so much for watching, tuning in. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, help me out, help people find my stream, find my videos. And that's another thing. If you find these videos, but they aren't like posted onto my videos, let me know. I'm not entirely sure how the live stream to a YouTube video works. I'm just kind of hoping they post there for me. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. That's been it for this episode. Thank you for tuning in to A to Z Sports Talk, and I look forward to serving you guys moving forward. Thank you so much. We'll see you later.